All right, guys. So I'm seeing a potential trade idea here forming. Right now we have a 15-minute CRT, 15-minute SIBI holding, and then we are just waiting for this 1 minute SIBI to get inverse to then enter. But we have a 4-hour bearish inversion for really got 4-hour CRT, 1 hour time frame. We do have this 1 hour inversion, but aim for a small trade here, not too much. Yeah, that's pretty much really it, like we don't plan on doing much. We never formed that breaker here, so again, it does look like we can drop a little bit further, and we are shorting inside of a premium of the zone here instead of discount. And yeah, probably use this as a means to target also a little further value up. So yeah, now we're just waiting for this to get inverse. If I don't know why my chart's lagging. Charts are lagging now at this point. All right, guys, nothing's forming right now. All right, so we have a 3-minute inversion that formed. I just was walking my dog, but it's forming right now. 2-minute time frame, you can see I just 2-minute time frame looks horrible. Now I'm just gonna simply wait for this 3-minute close. I don't know if I really want to enter this trade because we did disrespect this right here, this 15-minute fair value gap. Made it in inversion. NQ just going to the moon. Dow Jones respected this 15-minute BISI. But again, we're in bearish PD areas, or we have a bearish PD area on the daily and the 4-hour. I did want to see it retrace. They'll probably sweep this low and then form something there, so we might be waiting for that one. I just don't know if I really want to trade gold right now. It just doesn't look really too decisive of where it wants to go, and I don't want to get caught up in a market where it's moving higher but taking shorts and we're just slowly climbing back up to our stop loss, and I don't want that. So yeah, I might just wait for USD JPY here. We are retracing into this 3-minute PD array here on gold. Let me turn this down real quick. I was trying to meditate. So yeah, we're retracing on the 3-minute SIBI. We did make this inverse. 1-minute time frame, SIBI got inverse. I don't know if I want to enter here. Stop would be 129, so around 2 point something percent, 2.5. But we are forming a 1-minute BISI here, so I'll probably wait for that to get inverse for this close to form it, and then eventually the next candle making it an inversion. This USD JPY isn't really, well, it is forming it, so maybe we can wait for this one. Honestly, I wouldn't even be against this one. I feel like the 1-4 gold is a little bit too hectic. And even though we do have a 15-minute CRT, it just doesn't look viable. But I'll see it, I'll see if we form a 1-minute inversion. I'll take it on this one. And if it doesn't work out, we'll just wait for the USD JPY one. All right, so we don't have any fair value gaps here. We do seem to be manipulating. You can see we came down, took the low out. Doesn't look bad here, honestly. We're forming a 15-minute CRT. If we form it here on this one, I wouldn't even be against that either, taking these longs to this high up here. Again, I'd rather wait for this candle to close. Okay, my bad. I'd rather wait for this candle to close and open up the third one. So all we're going to do is wait for this right here. We have, 13 candles. So up to you guys, whatever happens here. All right, so we have a 3-minute breaker forming. I want to see if we can form a 3-minute BISI, retrace up into it, and then eventually start to move higher, target higher prices, reach the CRT high here. That's all I'm really gonna be watching here to see is if we can form that 3-minute BISI, retrace, move higher. That's my main objective for right now, since we are forming the breaker, and I don't want to see it reach too deeply into it. I want to see it, like barely tap up into it and then eventually start to move higher. So basically really we're gonna use the standard deviation targets here as a means to target certain take profits. We're gonna probably just aim for this right here and then having the stops at the breaker low. So something like this, like the risk reward wouldn't be good here though. We're gonna take it here now. We entered. Stop loss is gonna be at this candle's low. We're gonna go to the 1 minute, and it's at this candles right there. Okay, we got it there already. Maybe it was a forced entry here. Simply just gonna wait now. Whatever happens, happens. I'll update you guys on whatever happens. So here's the trade idea. See that there we entered here. Right here, as soon as we close, we opened up. I entered. Stops at this 1 minute low, but it's the 3-minute low. Even then, it shouldn't go below the breaker low here. I think we should continue up higher. And then we have our profit target at 200, just 200. The commission is going to be $4. Doesn't matter to me. We're in drawdown right now, which is cool. Trade idea was not bad. So I'll go over it again. 3-minute time frame, 3-minute BISI, 3-minute breaker, 15-minute time frame. We have a 15-minute BISI holding. We have a 15-minute CRT. 1 hour time frame. We have a 1 hour CRT. We also have this 1 hour bullish order block that's forming. 4 hour time frame. We're inside of a 4 hour buy set and balance there. And we had a 4 hour CRT here. So again, it wasn't really a bad trade idea. I can see the market moving higher here. And once we if we do get above this high, I'll probably start to move the stops to break even, and yeah, just leave the trade running. Targeting these right here, the standard deviation targets for right now. That's basically, I don't know why I have that right there. So yeah, basically really it, like. As a 2% L, not bad. Just a little bit more, I guess, because of the spread. But yeah, that's basically really it. My one trade for today. So again, I already went over it. Wasn't a bad trade idea in my opinion. It wasn't bad. Didn't look bad at all. Formed a 3-minute breaker, 3-minute BISI, 15-minute CRT here. We did. So the thing I was watching here was we did retrace to the 50%. That's kind of where I was a little skeptical. We were unable to really get above it. We started rejecting off of it, and once we started to move lower, then and there, I was like, all right, maybe it doesn't form, maybe it doesn't get respected here, and that's kind of what happened here. So again, I'm going to leave all these confluences here to journal. But yeah, we had a 15-minute CRT here. Here we entered a little early, of course, but you know, everything else on the lower time frame seemed really good here, especially with, you know, how we were entering earlier. Just didn't see us coming back below. I wanted to see this hold if we were going to be bullish. Eventually, on the 1 hour, we did have the 1 hour CRT, 4 hour BISI, and we also had a 1 hour BISI holding, or I mean, a 1 hour bullish BPR. And yeah, the daily time frame, not really too much of a confluence right now, but again, we're bullish here. Weekly, we're bullish. Monthly, right now, we are, you know, retracing into the SIBI here. So all right, so we are forming something again here. I'm watching to see if we can form a new CRT here. I'm waiting for this third candle to open this time. I realized last trade I didn't wait for the third candle to open, and again, this was a little premature trade here. We simply waited for this candle to open. 50% hit. I think we still would have got stopped out either way, but it just depends on where you put the stop loss. Put it all the way down here, you don't get stopped out. Even though you do make the BISI an inversion. So again, we are forming something here, and I'm willing to take another stab at it, even though it didn't work out at first. You know, it is what it is at this point. So I just do believe it's gonna go higher. I just don't know how. And we're gonna go to the 1 minute here. As you can see, we're respecting this right here. But we're just gonna wait for that entry down here now. I'm gonna wait for this right here, and I'm still gonna use these breaker targets right here, because I believe it's gonna transpire. All right, stop loss was not hit. I think it should have been hit. I think this trade should have been an L. I think the account should have been gone, but I'm gonna just let it run. I think either way, we should have lost this account here since we were risking 2% here on this trade. I think they're gonna review it and they're already gonna close the trade here. Yeah, daily loss limit is already hit. This trade does not work anymore. I don't know why it's still in the trade, but yeah, we just hit the daily loss limit again. Daily loss limit was 250. First trade, we did lose 130, and again here, I forgot to cover the commission. So I forgot to cover the commission, and then that added up with the spread. So again, very unfortunate. I'm just let this trade run, even though it's probably not gonna work out. It's probably gonna stop us out here. But either way, we already lost the account. What I plan on doing is reviewing. Honestly, like I want to review, and I want to see what type of trades I need to be taking, which ones I'm not. I need to make my model a lot more strict. I need to make it a lot more strict, and I need to actually work on my risk management here, since that's something we really need to work on here. And we just keep trying to rush the process when in reality that should not be the dilemma here. So even though this trade is still in, I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna let it run. But I'm gonna end the video here because the account's already gone. If I show you guys that right now, this does not matter here. We're gonna close this out. So you can see here the account minus 2%. So again, we took 1.7, 2 lots, not bad. You know, having good risk management. This is 2% right there, and it added up again with the commission. And then eventually the most recent trade we lost again. So yeah, we lost around 132, around 1%. We lost, 2%. I keep thinking this is a 10K account. We lost around 2%. And again, the commission was a little bit more. It was around like 4% also. And then the spread filled the Saturn area, or it wasn't even the spread. It was it wasn't the spread. We just simply wicked to our stop loss, and we went that it is what it is at this point. Should have been out of this trade. The account's already gone. Reviewing, learning, analyzing my trades, and seeing what I can do better. I'm really starting to dive deep into my journal here for this month, and really trying to identify what I can do better on these lower time frame entries. How can I identify what makes more of a high probability trade for using the system, you know, like, because as of recently, you know, like I've been taking losses, trading lower probability trades on the model. You know, like before we were losing, we were following the model very, very well, but we would just simply make silly mistakes, simply as, you know, like entering off of the 5 minute instead of the 3 minute confluence, or it was just simply like factors where, you know, we're entering off of the 2 minute confluence when in reality we should use the 3 minute. You know, it's like simple stuff like that, but we had ideal areas, entries, all that, and the market didn't move in our favor here, and the higher time frame was in our favor here. The higher time frame was semi in our favor, but it just didn't move the market with speed, you know, and it just didn't like the things we want. And I wasn't following my rules where I said 1 trade per session, so I'm breaking my rules also. All I plan on doing is reflecting really and learning from this. I feel like, you know, like this whole week has been a very bad week, and I'm just trying to rush it now, since we did lose this 10K account, and then we bought a 5K, and then we blew that one today, you know, like trying to rush the process and rush, you know, the idea and be consistent, you know. So that's all I plan on doing is reflecting, really analyzing, you know, the good trades here we were taking, you know, ones where we would move the stops too early, get hit out, and then these right here, we're not moving the stops too early, but we're just not trading correctly. It's a weird thing I'm just dealing with right now. Same thing with this one, you know, we're not moving stops too early, but we're just taking low probability trades. But, you know, we're trying to refine the system here for us to not take these type of trades, and understand why we shouldn't be taking these trades and why these are low probability trades compared to the other ones. That's all I plan on doing, is comparing and contrasting, adding more rules to my system. Because this whole week has been one crazy week, if I'm not lying to you guys. I've made so much progression in this week using the system when it comes to like identifying low probability trades and taking them and losing. So now we can reflect upon them and understand why we shouldn't be taking them, you know. At first, you know, I wasn't taking these type of trades because I'll be fearful, and then eventually whenever the good trades will come around, I'll be fearful still, and I wouldn't take them. I'll just tape read them, when in reality I should be taking them. So all right, this is gonna be after the fact here. We're gonna you know, I did say I was going to review, but I'm going to go over a little market review as to what happened here, just to show you guys. If we go to USD JPY here, you can see the market did eventually move up. We simply got caught up in this chop. What can I do to prevent this from happening? That's the main thing I'm going to review honestly here. And you can see here, boom, what do we have here? An inversion, fair value gap. Enter there, stop right here, and we aimed for our target. Could use that new breaker there as our target, and you see very close to meeting. Even then, we could have used this one right here, this little retracement lag, and just targeted that, I guess. The bias was correct, and even then, we did have 15-minute CRT here for him. See, we swept the high, we closed, came back. This is where you would want it to be. And let me change the color for you guys. Change the color to yellow. This is your third candle confirmation right here. This would aligns with this inversion fair value gap. This would have been a target also. That would have been either way. That would have been a 1 to 2 right there. So pretty unfortunate. I think I needed to just stick to my rules. 1 trade a day, 1 trade per session. I think we just forced too many ideology on this. We had too much expectation going into it, even though it did live up to it. I just don't believe we should have been, simply forcing it and just trying to have an entry. But I'm gonna review again. This is what I plan on doing, and it's gonna be a psychology video that can run up after what happened. So yeah.